welcome back. Hi. Well,
Hi.
we meet again. So, how are things with Fat Gas going?
Going great.
Okay. I didn't really have the time to hear all your voice messages because I was in class. But right now I'm looking at the pictures you've sent me. So you visited a cool place.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Some sort of a museum?
Mm-hmm.
It looks very cool. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Whoa, a trip on a boat. This looks cool. Wow, you're so cute. Okay, I've seen all the pictures. I like them. So, did you like this?
I do like this, but I was pretty much just watching it.
Okay, so it wasn't as fun. What was the funniest thing? What was the most exciting thing you experienced this day? Or that day, should I say?
My favorite one is probably like all of them, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not so interested in that because
Okay.
that one because it's just the video.
Okay, I get it.
Like a movie.
Understandable.
I think my favorite was the whale movie. Not that one. That might be a video game or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, wow, what's going on with the changing of latitude and longitude? Okay. Well, perfect. Couldn't be better than that, I agree. But right now, we will continue where we left off. So we're just talking about brains. Brains are a very, very interesting thing, but a very complex thing. So we know few more facts than we did know when we started the class, right? Yes. I'll purposely, oh, this is giant, left this out because I know that you're capable of using the word however, so no need to read this definition because you can already use this. And this brings us to the section C of our reading together. Wait, what can we be today? We're psychologists, right? Okay, should we be like professors?
Yeah, we can be professors.
Professors of psychology. So let's pretend we work at like university or something.
University?
Like a college? Like a school?
Okay, then let's make our own names. My name is Professor Number 3.
Okay, I will be what should I be? Professor?
What? Professor Number 4?
Well, I mean, we should be consistent, right? We are colleagues. And do you think that Fat Gus wants to work with us this time?
Yes.
Okay, let's give her a name too.
So let's say Professor Give Me Walnuts.
Okay. It's a long name, but I love it. Okay, so today, Professor number 3, Professor number 4, and Professor Give Me Walnuts will be continuing working in the sections. Today's, we start with section C, risk-taking as a training protocol. This is very interesting. You can notice a minus and a plus next to a human brain. Can you see this? So, I will not bother you with reading, but let's focus. The studies confirm that teens are more likely to take risks, so important to remember this, and behave in extreme ways. Fortunately, the news isn't what?
The news isn't all negative.
As brain scientist B.J. Casey points out, the teen brain inspires such behavior in order to help teenagers prepare for adult life. This is an interesting hypothesis. What do you think about this?
I think this is interesting because they just like run around doing dangerous stuff just for preparing. And I also think that's kind of overboard.
Okay, explain.
Because, you can't just risk yourself just because you're gonna get prepared.
But they're not aware that they're getting prepared. In their brains, they're just doing that for fun, They just like to experience high intensity emotions. They're not aware that they are preparing themselves for adult life. Because at this age, they've never been adults. They're only teenagers. Look at this. The news isn't all negative. What does this refer to? What isn't all negative?
All negative is like it's always bad.
So it isn't always bad.
Yeah, it isn't always bad.
And what is the good thing in all the bad things? We just talked about it.
It can get you prepared when you're an adult.
So if you survive teenage years, you will be well prepared for adulthood? Is this what that means?
Yep.
Okay, that's beautiful, but still a little unsettling looking thing, I must admit, because there's a giant brain behind it. Okay, so we just discussed this, and the way the teen brain works has some advantages. Yes, it does, but it also has a lot of what? Risks. Okay, I think this is pretty well explained, so we can just move to section D. Okay, Professor number 3, the chemistry of reward. This is, to me, one of the most interesting parts of this whole unit. And again, I want us to focus on the text first. Why won't you read it for me, please?
One way the brain does is by changing the way teens measure risk and reward. Researchers found that when teens think about rewards, their brains release more of the chemicals that create pleasure than an adult's brain would. Researchers believe this makes the rewards seem more important than the risks and makes teens feel the excitement of new experiences more keenly than adults do. And of course, this still makes me think of Pandora.
Explain.
First of all, Pandora was from the Greek thing, so like she was really
I know.
curious of the dowry, and then she opened the jar, and then she released a lot of sad things, and she clinged onto a hope thingy. Because she had let's just say she was really curious, so she risked something, and basically that's the human's downfall. But he risks it. She risks it because she's curious, kind of.
That's a very good point.
Thank you.
And we have a kind of risk-reward disbalance here. Do you notice the disbalance? It's not very balanced thing. We have the same rewards, and we don't feel it the same in different periods of our life. I want you to look at the picture here. So when we're adults, there's something very exciting, like a reward input. But look at the pleasure chemicals released over here.
It's really low, and that is also why I'm drawing this picture right here. The squirrel is not very excited, but if it's a teen brain, then the squirrel would be like, oh my gosh! And the squirrel's not dead, by the way. That's how you make this.
Okay.
Get it? And then
get it.
The squirrel's like, oh my gosh, I get a reward. This is perfect. I love my reward. Get me the reward thing.
That's perfect, because you understand that we don't experience the same thing in the same way at different stages of life. For example, at this point in your life, you really like squirrels, like you're obsessed with them. You really love them. You're interested in them. But later in life, this is not gonna bring you such joy. Maybe it will, but probably it won't, not in the same way it does now. I want you to know something. When we are kids, so when we're young, we really like to eat sweets, like sweet things. Do you like to eat sweets?
No.
You don't? Okay, so I'm just gonna generalize. There's a lot of kids, at least in America, that like to eat sweet things. Often these kids, when they grow up, they don't really like sweet things as much as they did when they were kids. Why? Exactly because of this. If you give a child a chocolate when they're like a child or a teenager, they will just be so happy. If you give that same chocolate to them later in life, they're just gonna be like, I'm not gonna even try to eat this. I'm not interested in this.
Well, I do enjoy certain sweets. Usually not gummies or very high sugared. I usually prefer chocolate more than anything else, and I'm also not very... Okay, maybe not so much, but just not interested in as much as chocolate than this, which is a lollipop. But I usually like lollipops because they just taste good. And they're also strawberry flavored often.
Okay, and you really like strawberry?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense then. We just, you like the taste of something sweet, it doesn't really have to be chocolate, but the sweet thing, the sugar in it, that is the key point, it doesn't really bring you the same joy in your teens and in your adult life. And it's just the same candy. It can be literally any candy. But very good thinking on your part again. I want us to focus for a moment here on this word. Do you know what it means?
Yes, I know what keenly means.
Obviously, it's an adverb. So we know the word keen, and we have here a suffix that makes it an adverb. It's keenly. Of course, you know that it means strongly or intensely. Let's take keenly and intensely. And I want you to try to give me like a scientific debrief or a scientific sentence using either keenly or intensely. Can you try to do that?
Can it be about animals?
Of course, anything you're familiar with, yes.
Can it be about like, okay, this might not be like science, but at least it has. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it out.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on, but I think I like the seas from the ocean from the past more keenly than anyone else. Melody is not really interested. She's just interested in being a troublemaker. Yeah, she kind of does that. My mom is interested in, well, she looks like she's interested, but I'm sure she's not as interested as me. I'm like obsessed with the ocean from the past, like this, like these thingies or something. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're called. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Okay, great example, I like it. So we understood the most important difference here, that is between the sensations in teen brain and adult brain. Do you think adults are less happy than teenagers?
No, but they take things more serious.
Yes. Because why do you think this happens?
Is it because like a teenager is not an adult?
It is, but what's different? What do you do when you're a teenager? What are your obligations? What do you have to do when you're a teen, and what do you have to do when you're an adult?
You have to play, and you have to survive, and you have to try not get captured by those child capturing guys. And
oh god,
you also need to learn the tactics and stuff, and you also need to make stuff really clearly that you learned them, and you also have to remember a whole lot of things. At least that's what's going on at my school. You have to remember a whole lot of things, especially on Chinese class. They're like, remember what this word means. Remember what that word means. Remember what this word means. Remember this.
It's very intense.
You can call it a short story or something. I'm gonna look it up after this class.
Okay.
And you have to remember how to write this letter or something. Like, for example, this is the Chinese of Chinese class. It's pretty complicated. Many Americans
It looks it, yeah.
Yeah, they don't really learn Chinese. Maybe it's because they think it's hard or something. But whatever.
Oh, you have opinion explanation.
Yep.
So am I supposed to know how to read this?
And I just tried to mark it out. So basically, like, learning Chinese is like you have to remember every single thing, and when you grow up, you can just literally do the cheat thingy. You can just literally look it up on your phones. It's not. I mean, I guess it just wanted to. I guess the teacher just wanted to make you understand it without looking up.
Yes, that is the whole purpose of learning it without your phones. Because if you rely on the phone every time, you will never remember it without the phone, right?
Yeah.
I think. If you have to look it up every time. But this way, this is the hard way, but it teaches you something.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have a lot of time, and I did this on purpose because I want to leave this for another class. I do want us to briefly take a look at this page.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, look at this smart little squirrel over here. I think it needs like a table for the laptop.
Yeah.
Right?
Or maybe it's floating.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm just gonna delete the table because it has floating laptop. Okay, so the social network imperative, this is section E. Tell me, when you look at this picture, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Having a food web sort of thing with many friends.
Okay, so basically like a social network.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, and they are connected, aren't they?
They are connected, except for some of the lines which don't make any sense.
That's true
Like
as
that
well,
one.
but you get the point.
Yeah, you get the point.
Exactly. So we see a lot of people that are connected to each other. So this is famously known as, if you know a person, you know at least 10 people, because that person knows at least 5 people who know other 10 people who know other 10 people. So if you know one person, you know a lot of people. And that is very complicated. But in our adult life, we find this difficult to manage. However, in our teen life, we're like, oh, wow, I know 50 people. I'm gonna be friends with all of them. I have time for everything. I'm so relaxed. I like being with people.
Just to be sure, I have.
Pardon?
Just to be sure, I have only 4 good friends. Let me recount that.
Perfect.
one friend that pretty much faded out or something. I'm not sure.
Okay, that happens.
That makes 5, but I don't think. I mean, is it possible to have 50 friends?
I was exaggerating on purpose. Because I wanted to make a point, like a statement, that teenagers are more prone to be extroverted and open to meeting different people. It's much easier to have connections, and you like having a lot of connections at that time period in your life. But we'll discuss more of this in our next class, okay?
Mm-hmm. And here are some more lines that don't make sense.
Yes, well, you know this. It is made using artificial intelligence, so I'm not very surprised. Well, I'm gonna end our class here. I will see you next time, okay?
Okay, see you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye, Professor.
See you, Professor.